A few leaks need to be patched. Stay tuned. There are more surprises on the horizon, Nakama. He's gonna be Chopper. He's gonna be Chopper. We're gonna get Chopper tomorrow. I see a lot of people already talking about it. So this was prematurely leaked. Now, to be fair, we say that it was prematurely leaked. We knew about both of these, like a month ago or something. Both of these turned out to be right, I suppose. So I think Joe was first confirmed by my time to shine, and I think Lara Abova, I guess, Abova. I think that's how you say it. So she's confirmed for Miss All Sunday, also known as Robin. So we talked about all of these before, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that now. Basically, I don't know how they leaked or why they leaked, but the only thing that worries me, where's Chopper? If they've leaked these, where is Chopper? That's what I need. We had this yesterday, right? So I wasn't on for this yesterday. Let's look at this. But the reason why I brought this up is because, like, everyone on the internet has basically decided that this is Ace and Luffy. Everyone on the internet is like, okay, that's it. We got him. Like, we don't need to look any further. Now, when we looked at Joe's casting, my time to shine responded to Joe and to Ace. And obviously we know that the crocodile one was now the yes, right? But the Ace one, they said no. So either that is a no because it wasn't yet confirmed, or maybe that was a yes, or rather no, but like as an absolute no. As in, no. Zolo, how do you say his name? It's Zolo, right? He's gotta be Zolo, I think. I don't think he's cast as Ace right now. I think we would have heard it through leaks and stuff. But it is Ace and Luffy. Like, it is. It absolutely is Ace and Luffy. And I know a lot of people, like, got stuck up on the whole, they should also look similar, right? Whereas I personally was never a, they need to look similar at all. I thought if they look completely different, it still works completely fine, because for most people, they're not going to register the whole, they don't look alike, so they can't be brothers, right? Because the whole thing originally is that they're biological brothers, then we find out that they're not. Right? And a lot of people said that basically if they don't look alike, people will already suspect that they're not biological brothers. Personally, I don't think that is really a thing that people think about in a fictional setting. Netflix is testing the waters. It could be something like that. I don't know, like, how feasible it is for them to, like, start testing stuff like this with just, like, let's see how people react. I don't know if that's an actual thing, because Cobra Kai is ending, right? So he is freed up. So if he wants to, like, find the next long haul, I mean, he's got one. They're gonna need him again in, like, literally 10 years, probably. I think the Hawk guy is a massive fan of One Piece. Pretty sure, anyway. But he's asking the devil fruit question, and he's talking about only getting one, which, you know, is kind of... It lines up kind of funny with Blackbeard. But yeah, basically everyone, including me, is just like, they need to cast him. I genuinely think that they are perfect as Luffy and Ace. I think it's great. Alright, let's watch this video right here, because this one has a ton in it. We're gonna look through all this. People are still picking it apart, so I'm sure, like, not everything has been spotted, right? Let's look through this thing. Because I saw bits of it, and most of it is literally blurred, which is very amusing to me, but let's look at it. Let's look at it. So this dropped, like, a couple hours ago. I still think Buggy's motif in live action is one of the greatest pieces of music in all of One Piece. The anime, the live action, everything. It's so good. Are those just, like, dozens of Marines? Pretty sure those are just dozens of Marines. These might be the inhabitants of Drum Kingdom. This is the friggin', the lady with, like, the thing that she flew around with. The mask-changing one. Yeah, so this is most of this video, by the way. Most of this video, if you go through, is just... Oh, never mind, it's not, probably. Most of this video is just giant blurred boxes. True and real. So this is where you really lock in, right? Because people spotted... I think Archer was the one who posted about it. That definitely seems like Brook now, doesn't it? Right there. That definitely looks like a Brook Afro, doesn't it? Sure seems kind of sus. Afro Luffy's too early. That's way too early. There's a much bigger chance that it's Brook instead. Mr. Seven's hair. I'm sure you can go through all of these. I've got no idea. There's a bunch of helmets, too. Cobra Kai wigs? I don't think anyone in Cobra Kai has an afro. I can't wait for people to start complaining about the color. Why is it not the same color? This looks so cool, though. I love it. Crocus' syringe. Yeah, that's Crocus' syringe. The big one. This is what I need, by the way. Shows need to start releasing these things. Shows need to just, like, start releasing entire books of reference material and stuff they've done for planning. Most people would love... Well, not most. Definitely not most. But so many people like me would love to read these things. Look at this. Also, what is this? What is the Hand Island? Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4... Why are the islands numbered? Why is number 4... Huh? I'd buy something like that in a heartbeat. People already do. There's lots of series who have like art of like big books. I love those. Those are great. But what is this though? This doesn't exist anywhere. I've never learned about this in any other place other than this. That was the weirdest way to construct that sentence, but sure. Is this supposed to be Hiruluk's lab? Surely not, right? No, it's not. It's definitely not. This, by the way, is one of my most anticipated scenes. Like Zoro throwing the sword. I cannot wait to see how they do that. This looks insane. Yeah, so this is... yeah, I thought so. This doesn't look like Hiruluk's lab all that much. So this is actually Crocus's lab, I guess. What is that? Is that a broom or what? I don't know what that even is. Why are there just like random objects laying around? Why is there just like a giant flower? Yeah, I thought it was like a giant key too. That's what I first thought too. But it's not, it's just a stick. I mean, it does have like that there, but I don't really think it's a key. By the way, doing winter shoots is one of the biggest challenges for like any television show out there. The Walking Dead literally fundamentally changed the story by just skipping every single winter time on show. So, Netflix hasn't done that. Netflix usually does get snow, but AMC just said no. They literally didn't have any snow until like season 9 or 10. 9. Let's look at his mouth. 2025. 2026. God damn, it's the same movement. It's 5. It's 5. It's definitely 5. I don't think it's 6. I love that they did this, by the way, because it is the same mouth movement. 6, 5. It's literally the same thing. This is where they just literally show everything real quick. Ooh, that's interesting. So when they arrive at Loguetown, it's going to be like a whole celebration thing? I don't remember this. Flashback? It could be a flashback, I guess, but they could also be some sort of celebration. The anime extension? Do you mean the Sanji cooking thing? Because was that the celebration day, or was that just like a random thing that happened? Because I don't remember exactly. I really hope they do like the anime filler that was there, because people tell me that the anime filler, like some of the anime filler, I don't know how much of it, was apparently intended by Oda. I don't know the full lore behind that. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the celebration of Roger's execution. Which, I mean, would make sense, right? Miss Valentine. Incredible. What is this? Is this a fish I should know? I think it is. We'll look it up in a second. Elephant tuna? Where is that from? I know there have been elephant tunas. Oh my god, so it is the freaking Sanji thing. Yes! 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 That was one of my favorite things in all of Loguetown. You can go back to my videos. I even brought up sorted food. I remember writing that exact script. That was great. I loved that. That was like excellent filler. I loved it. I loved it. I do wonder whether or not we're gonna see Luffy visit the bar then. I hope we do. Now that they have more time, I'm kind of like, I wish we spent a lot of time in Loguetown. I really think that Loguetown in the anime was kind of too short. I'm gonna be real. I think it was a bit too short. It would have been very nice to have, like, the usual thing of going around merchants and upgrading before we go into the RPG zone. I love Loguetown. I love it. This thing right here. This was peak fiction. Yeah, this was actually peak fiction. I loved it. I love this. We get all the Loguetown filler. Yeah, that's a good question. Cause the daddy Masterson thing, that I did think was kind of That I thought was kind of But the rest of it though, the rest of it was peak. Food Wars enjoyer? Food Wars used to be like one of my comfort shows. It was just a goofy little thing that you could put on. I thought it was cool. It was like literally zero stakes, and it was fun. Also, you should watch these guys. Sorted Food. Their channel is incredible. You should go and watch them. They're great. Yeah, apparently the Loguetown thing with Oda is the fact that he wanted the Grand Line to be in chapter 100. So a bunch of the stuff that was supposed to be in Loguetown was apparently cut. I loved Loguetown. If I go to like where did it end up? Let's see. Where did Loguetown end up when I finished Wano? So Loguetown, even in my original ranking, was right up there. I would probably put it higher than Alabasta now. Bro, these rankings are all over the place. We need to redo this ranking again. Yeah, we gotta redo this ranking. Anyway, let's go through this. So, the stuff people have picked apart. So these are some of the stores we obviously already saw, right? So this is where Zoro's gonna do his little sword thingy. This is gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to that. This is a comparison with the actual scene. And this is what I was going to say. Because when I think of the anime, if you look at the store in the anime, it's still in that like super early washed out colors, like almost water paint style, right? One Piece, Loguetown, Zoro's sword. So seeing it like in this very warm environment is kind of odd to me. Yeah, like if you look at a few of these screenshots, it's in that typical like super old school washed out colors kind of vibe, you know? Whereas this, it feels like super homey and super warm. It's just like a thing I don't think you can really replicate. Ranking of all the dynamic duos in the Straw Hats? No, I haven't. I should probably do something like that. This is great. I wonder what the lore between the Templars are. I might be able to tell what kind of grinder that is. If I look very carefully. No, I don't think so. This looks like a Prophetech, maybe? No, I don't think it's a Prophetech. This looks cute. I love it. This is the Robin costume people were talking about. Right there. This is in the video. This is her original white suit thingy with the hat. Very charming picture. This people already spotted. This is mentioned in the manga like once. This man mayor, someone name drops it in like a random thing, and they basically just say that it's gonna belong to the family of the man mayors or something. I don't even know what the reference is. It was like a celestial dragon thing. Did I have it open somewhere? I don't think I did. Has anyone? Right here. The man mayor family is going to win. If you're not up to date with the manga, this is kind of like spoilery, but don't worry about it. It's like nothing. This doesn't really say anything. It's just they literally threw in this reference, and this was what? This is from the manga this October, I think. Well, this past October. So it's a very recent reference, which once again makes me go back to the point of, is the One Piece live action inadvertently going to spoil the manga? I still think that there's a chance we might see something like that happen. I do think that Matt Owens has some insights and some things that he might know that we might not. And this might be a, you know, I love the fact that there's a bunch of propaganda everywhere. Hero of the Marines. Victory Day, Victory Day. Matt Owens also said they changed. Yeah, they changed the chest like right after the Shanks reveal. I remember that. So it could be a case of them just like thinking on their feet real quick and just wanting to add little references, or maybe he knows things. Maybe he knows things. This is what people were saying, that it's potentially the Brookweg, which it could be. It could be. If there is some kind of flashback. Maybe. There is a chance. Yeah, this is the Hand Island people were talking about. This is very weird. Maybe it's just gonna be on a map or something. Who knows? And this is the bluefin elephant tuna. I hope this is actually gonna be the filler thing. I really, really do. I'm guessing like at least a few people might have watching this might not know what the filler is. The filler is literally a cooking tournament arc, and it's great. It's literally Sanji entering like a cooking tournament thingy to win like a big fish. It's great. They're getting early access info from Oda. I think like even if they're not getting direct early access information from Oda, I think just having confirmations of what is and isn't important to include already implies horror. Horror? Why did I say horror? Spoilers. So like for example, you ask Oda yes and no questions of what to include, and if there is like one thing you think you shouldn't include, it's not important, and Oda says yes, include it, chances are it's going to be important, you know? So it's not even like direct spoilers and direct knowledge, but just things that Oda seems to think are important for the future are probably some things, you know, you should keep an eye on, and some things are probably going to come back. There is the flashback with the Room Bar Pirates, but it's very vague, right? If you look through it, Room Bar Pirates, Reverse Mountain. If you look at it in the actual anime, you can't really make out the fact that it's the Room Bar Pirates at all. There's like this scene right here. I don't want to open that link. It's really hard to like draw anything from this, because I remember I thought it was Roger. I didn't think it was like someone else. Just the ship and the flag. Yeah, I think if you I remember going back just to like check. You can line up like the ship you see in Reverse Mountain with the one you later see in Thriller Bark. So that was like a nice little coincidence there, at least. That they were the same thing. Because I thought it was Roger. They were talking about a crew. I thought it was Roger's crew, but no, it's not. Can the season improve compared to the first, in your opinion? I think this season will 100% improve. I think the first season of most shows is usually the diciest. So, yes. I think it will improve in just about every facet. Most importantly, pacing, which will bleed into literally everything else. Having more time, better pacing will improve everything across the board. Starting from the story, even ending with basic cinematography. Because you won't have to do like every single shot is supposed to be important, because we've cut all the fat. They just have more time, and they can establish scenes better, they can do like big sprawling shots, they can do a bunch of things that they just literally didn't have time for last time. Which I still think is very odd, by the way, that Netflix is like so insistent on falling into these like specific time slots, even though it's streaming. Like the episode can go 10 minutes over. It's not going to be a big deal. Will Garp be in Loguetown? I think, if I had to throw out a wild guess, I think this whole celebration thing, I think Luffy's going to show up, and basically I think Garp and Kobe and Smoker will all be chasing forces, but I do think there'll be like I think Garp will meet up with Smoker, and then they'll sort of diverge again in some capacity, but all of them will be chasing Luffy. So I don't think it's going to be like a case of Garp is actually in Loguetown at the same time as Luffy. I think it's going to be a like a Baratier situation, where Garp goes to Baratier to talk to Smoker or something, and then they figure something out. Why do I think that? Because they already have the set and they need a B-plot. It's literally a money question. They're gonna reuse the location from earlier in the season. That's what I would do. Wouldn't Smoker fulfill that role? He will fulfill that role, but I think they're just gonna reuse it, basically. I think Smoker will be the chasing force to Alabasta, but I think they're going to have a convergence thingy with Kobe and Garp. Because they're still, like, all on the same side, and I don't know exactly how it's gonna shape out, but I can almost guarantee that there will be a scene between Garp and Smoker, right? Either it's gonna be in Loguetown, or it's gonna be, like, Garp's headquarters or something like that. I'm more inclined to believe that it's going to be Loguetown. And it's probably going to be, like, a bit further into the season when Luffy's already gone. I'm just thinking about that from, like, a filmmaking perspective. Because it's, like, the same thing as reusing the Baratier with Garp. These are confirmed? Yeah, so these are confirmed. These were confirmed, like, months ago by leakers already, but this is an actual Netflix thing that was just posted early, accidentally. So, yeah. Garp showing up at Loguetown and then being told to stop chasing Luffy, so he tells Smoker to do it. Something like that, yeah. Smoker leaving his station to follow a single pirate ship that got to enter the Grand Line is a bit of a weak explanation. I don't think it is. Because with Smoker, there was the whole... They can easily just make it like a reputation thing, right? Because with Smoker in Loguetown, there was the whole thing of no one's ever gotten past Loguetown, right? So I don't really think like him chasing after Luffy immediately is a big deal. More of Buggy after the Loguetown episodes. I don't think there's gonna be like a lot more Buggy, but I can see them doing like the starting the John B plot maybe, like Captain John's Treasure, or maybe they can start doing the no, that's way too early. Yeah, I don't know. I'm inclined to think that they will use Buggy just because people like him. I don't know what they're gonna do with him, but I'm almost certain that there's gonna be more Buggy than there was in the source material, just because people like him. They need to be careful about that though, because that can go overboard real fast and it can get like very annoying. That happened with like Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead a bunch. Like, the fact that people like a character is cool and all, but the character needs to have a purpose. The name's are already yoinked off. One Piece Podcast is tweeting about this, so the name's already removed from the website. This is a leak, accidentally, but it happens. Chopper is the make or break thing, yeah. Chopper is the make or break thing for this season, because if they mess up Chopper, like the rest of the story basically is already like it has like a massive like chip in its armor almost. Chopper is like a huge thing. Most people are like, oh yeah, Chopper is going to be hard, but I think most people don't actually realize how big of a deal getting Chopper right is, because that's not a minor character. Like, Chopper is there 24/7. This is not like a Momo or an Appa in Avatar where you can hide them, you know? You can hide Chopper. Chopper is there a lot. And it's also in Netflix's best interest to make sure that Chopper is there, because you can make money off of Chopper because he's cute. I have higher hopes for One Piece rather than Avatar Season 2. I'm kind of the same, yeah. I think One Piece Season 2... my expectations for it are much higher than they were with Avatar, right? Because, if I had to adjust my expectations for... because, don't get me wrong, I am not a Netflix Avatar hater. I enjoyed it. I thought it was alright. I know a lot of people hated it. I thought it was alright. I just thought Netflix's One Piece, especially in hindsight now, I think it was stronger. I think the changes they made was better. But, you know, Book 2 of Avatar is also, like... I think Book 2 of Avatar, the material in Book 2 of Avatar, is stronger than the stuff that One Piece is adapting right now. So it's kind of like balancing expectations, right? Because, like, I'm sorry. If they manage to pull off Tales of Ba Sing Se in live action, it's gonna clear most of Season 2 of One Piece. For me personally. Just putting it out there. Book 2 of Avatar is stacked. It is insane. Getting like the Blind Bandit, Zuko alone and all that, just like back to back to back to back to back. Damn. And I'm not like the biggest Alabasta enjoyer too. Why'd they pick that photo? Why not? Why not? Because he's a Giga Chad. 8 episodes is just not enough for Avatar. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily not enough. I think you just need to use their time right, you know? Because, like, time-wise, it's basically the same thing. They just need to be better at writing, like, bridges between the stuff that they're showing. That was the biggest problem with Season 1. A lot of the stuff was just disjointed. I think the Zoro versus Luffy fight is one of those things that'll just be cut right off the bat in Whiskey Peak, if you mean. I assume that's what you mean. I'm not really sure if the actress has a Russian accent. Will she have it or not in the show? I am almost certain that no. Probably not. I can't see it. I can see them doing like a slight dialect, but I don't think they're gonna go like super heavy in on that. I don't think so. Because usually when people do like accents, I've never heard her natural speech, so maybe she doesn't have it. Hold on. I know when people try to play up certain accents, it sounds obnoxious.
It feels a bit unreal because I didn't even, expect such a,
yeah, she's gonna talk like this.
Interviews and this and that. Like, I didn't even expect it's gonna be.
That's a very, very light accent. She's gonna talk like this. Is gonna be perfectly fine.
big, but I also didn't expect that my role going to be this big. So yeah, I just feel very lucky, and yeah, I forgot the question because I talked too much.
Oh, just
Same. I'm a yapper. Yeah, she's gonna talk like that. Is gonna be fine. So I don't think that's anything to worry about. Whenever people play up accents, most people can't do it. There are very, very few actors who I've seen who can actually pull off an accent like consistently. Andrew Lincoln is one of those, right? He's British, but he talks American all the time. There are very, very few people who can do that consistently and not be annoying. There was the actress in I forget her name in House of the Dragon. She also like had a played up accent. They tuned it down for season 2 because it was just too much. I'm just gonna put this up there. We're gonna keep manifesting this into existence. Is gonna happen. Is gonna happen. I wonder how complex of an embroidery job this was, because that looks very, very intricate. He's got so much shading and so much detail. It's freaking perfect. And they made this for like a meme. Momo and Appa in live action. Avatar gives me hope for live action Chopper. You shouldn't think like that. You know why? Because go back and rewatch Avatar and then count the number of scenes in which Momo and Appa are in. You're going to be very disappointed. You do not want that for Chopper. You do not. Trust me on this one. Momo and Appa looked incredible, and that's why you don't want to look at them as an example for One Piece. Because they look too good. I don't think it's sustainable. It's the same reason why they didn't have Flopsy. Because Flopsy was too expensive. It could be, Paul. It probably is. It probably is, yeah. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, it almost certainly is. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay, yeah. My like eyes are adjusting to what I'm looking at. Yeah, this is the head. This is like one of the arms on one side. This is the other. We already saw the Robin, so yeah, this is Robin. This is Robin in the cowboy hat. That's 100% Robin. This is one of the legs. This is the other leg. Yes. I call them legs, but you know. Good catch. Very, very good catch. I'm sure if you go through this like frame by frame, there's a lot more stuff you can see, but this is probably Yasop, right? Or maybe not. Is that supposed to be a bandana? Or is that like a blue head? And what is this? 37 seconds smoker costume? Bro, are you going frame by frame? Yep. I mean, yeah, it's right there. It's literally the freaking cigars. Yeah, it's right there. You can't really see much of it, but it's right there. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's like the best shot I can get. I can move my face out of the way. Hold on. Oh, I can just go here. That's right there. You can see him. Not really, but you can see him. People are actually just going through it frame by frame now. We're gonna find out about all this stuff in just a little bit. I love this though. This was like when I was following The Walking Dead. Actually, this was like my favorite thing. And this is why these freaking shows should release weekly. Imagine if we could do this all the time instead of like once every 3 years. This could be so much fun. Picking every single little thing apart, but no, they're gonna release the whole thing at once. Oh my god. If I could like get one message to Matt Owens, because I know Matt Owens was fighting for One Piece to be like, for the Alabasta Saga to be split up, right? If I could get one message to Matt Owens, it would just be, Matt Owens, please go to the Netflix executives and tell them to look up the study about consumer enjoyment and binging behavior. Once you've looked up that study, please ask them, please make it weekly. Allow these shows to shine. Allow people to truly linger on the greatness. Please. There is no need to binge. It's bad. Make it weekly. Because, like, there's already going to be 2 years in between seasons. At least you're going to give us 8 weeks of content. I am the biggest weekly advocate on the internet. I think... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make an absolute statement. I think every single show is better weekly. I can't think of a single exception. Not even adaptations, not even remakes. I cannot think of a single thing that is better consumed binged. I mean, yeah, when the show is done, of course, you should just binge it, right? But in terms of a show that is actively coming out, I think binging is universally bad. It's universally bad for enjoyment. Because, like, think about it this way. How many of you have watched the show, like, binge the entire show, and then you think about what happened, and all of it is just soup? Like, you think about the show, you just binge through, like, I don't know, especially if you've done, like, very, very hardcore binges where you just binge, like, 7 seasons of a show in a row. You think about it as just a blur. It's like you remember that character did this, and that character interacted with that, but it's just a blur. I think that is bad. Even when I was binging One Piece, I was automatically pacing myself because I was constantly working on the videos. So even my insane binge of One Piece wasn't actually a true binge. And I had so much fun. I had so much fun. Just gonna put out another fact. Every single one of the most successful shows for the past 15, actually more than 15 now, for the past 20 years now has been weekly. Every single one. Without exception. From Breaking Bad to Game of Thrones to The Walking Dead, every single one has been weekly.